it's almost like a magical dance when it comes together and it all just and that feeling is something that only a skier making those turns can experience.
So, tell me how you got into skiing.
Well, I was born into skiing. My family were skiers, and right from when I was 1 year old, they took me to the snow and took me out behind our ski lodge at Mount Hotham, and I had these tiny little plastic skis with a pair of rubber gum boots that attached them, and I used to slide around. And apparently, I just loved it and wouldn't stop playing in the snow.
Can you tell us about some of the earliest memories and challenges in your skiing career?
Yeah, look, I guess my parents were from a country town in Ballarat, and so for us to get to the snow, it was a 5.5, 6 hour drive, and it was a big weekend just in the car, just in order to get up there and be able to slide around. So the time that I actually got to spend on snow in Australia, being restrained by those sort of issues, meant that I didn't actually get to ski as much as my competitors later in life. I discovered that grew up in European villages and North American towns where snow was on the ground, and it was a daily kind of occurrence. So that always made it hard. And coming from Australia, we always are the underdogs when it comes to snow. So we have to chase it around and find opportunity to ski. And we've got to make the time that we do get on snow more productive than perhaps some of our competitors have to.
Who did you idolise or look up to throughout your skiing career?
Internationally, I sort of grew up in the vintage where there was an Italian named Alberto Tomba, and Alberto Tomba was the most colourful, boisterous big man on the world stage at that stage, and he dominated the World Cup and Olympics and World Championships with GS and slalom, and he was just a legend that had this aura. Whenever Tomba was in town, people would fear him because he would win. He would ski, he would win, and he was just a personality to boast that. So those type of people definitely inspired me and motivated me to try and be better.
What are some of the valuable lessons learned from your experience as a professional skier that have shaped your life?
I think that the greatest thing that's come out of being a professional athlete and in particularly being in the skiing world is that there's good moments, but there's way more setbacks and failures. And it's about your ability to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, hike back up the hill and ski down again. And life is very much like that, that we have constant setbacks, and it's about how we pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and move on. So for me, in life post skiing, I've found that I've drawn a lot of inspiration and strength and resilience. I think from those early days where I would fall over and I would have to get back up and do it all again. That for me is the greatest thing about being a lesson or greatest skill, strength that's come out of what I did as a young skier.
Can you tell us about the moment you realized that you wanted to leave your skiing career behind? And was it a difficult decision for you?
Yeah, look, at the time, I followed the winters around Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere for the best part of 10 years. So I was starting to feel like I really just missed the sun, I missed the beach. My friends at home were having summer holidays while I was in blizzards in Europe or North America. So that started to wear its thin. Also being away from family, friends, being able to really establish any serious relationships was hard because we were always in a different town or a different country. So it was always moving around. The injury certainly helped make the decision happen, but I just felt like it was time that I had to settle down and get serious about the rest of my life. So I did it. But I don't think a day goes past that I don't wish that I couldn't have done it for another 5 years or another decade. Looking back, it was some of the greatest times and adventures of my life, and I wish I could do it all again.
How has skiing influenced other aspects of your life, such as personal relationships or your career choices?
Yeah, look, it's definitely. I think once you're an athlete and you're competitive and you've got that will to win, that follows through in post competition aspects. And whenever I'm in a business or whenever I want to set something up new, I'm always aspiring to make it as good as it possibly can be and be the best. So I've built many companies since ski racing, and whilst it might not have started out to try and build them to be the biggest or the best or do whatever they do in that field better than anyone else, it is a underlying motivation, and I've always tried to do that. So I draw that competitive nature comes from skiing, and business and career does require being competitive, does require trying to get ahead and be better than the other competitors, and I think skiing has given me a bit of an edge to achieve that.